Recording in progress.
Okay, good evening to you all. Shall we start? Can you all hear me?
Yes, madam.
Right, okay, thank you. So, we are going to continue the introductory part of marketing, right? So, last week we discussed about what is marketing and evolution of marketing concept and all these things, right? So, just a quick brush up. I want to know that whether you have done your homework, whether you have got down the notes, and you can remember the things we discussed last week. So, tell me, what is marketing? The basic definition, what do you mean by marketing? Yes. Hurry up and give me an answer, at least in the chat box. No idea?
Identifying and anticipating and satisfying customer needs and wants.
Yes, we say we identify the customer needs and wants, anticipate them, and satisfy their needs and wants. For what? So, as a business, as a producer, we always do all these things to earn a profit for our product by selling for our business, right? And also, we have to do all these things, right? We have to satisfy the customer, and on the other hand, the producer, the business person has to get a profit, and this system, this setup should be done in, yes, in a socially acceptable manner, right? So that is the basic definition of marketing, right? So so there are two sides in the marketing, so producers and consumers. So consumers has needs and wants. So producer produce goods and services to satisfy these needs and wants and earn the profit, right? Uh, and then we discussed that what are the things that can be marketed. So I mentioned you that anything and everything can be marketed. So it may be a good, it may be a service, event, experience, a person, right? So everything can be marketed. And we discussed why the plantation sector. So as you're representing the plantation sector, why do we need marketing in the plantation sector, right? And then we discussed the role of marketing. So the marketing has mainly how many roles? When it comes to marketing, there are how many roles are there? Yes.
Exchange role, madam.
Yes, there's the exchange role. So what do you mean by
Manager,
exchange? Managerial
manager
role,
function, philosophy.
and marketing is a philosophy. Very good. So exchange role, what did you mean by the exchange role? So always there is an exchange process in the marketing. So what's the exchange process? We provide, so producers
Producer
provide
and
goods and
customer feedbacks.
services. Yes.
Feedbacks.
So
Customer
on the
need and
other
wants.
hand, customer has the needs and wants. Yes. So in order to satisfy the needs and wants, producers provide goods and services, and on the other hand, customer pay money and purchase these goods and services. So this is the exchange process. And what do you mean by the managerial function? So there's managerial process in the marketing, right? That means,
Market research.
so yes. So
Customer
we do
requirement.
good. So we do in case of marketing, so we all apply this for the businesses, right? So we do a business, we do the produce goods and services. So for that, the business act as an organization. So we have to uh, do all the organizational manage or business management functions in order to market the product, right? So that means you have to produce the goods and services. So you have to manage the available resources. You have to manage the human resources. You have to plan the production process, control the process, and all
Activity
these
plan.
things.
Organization
Yes,
activity plan.
yes. So therefore, we say the marketing, there is a managerial function in the market. And the philosophy of marketing is so there's a philosophy. So philosophy means a pigina darshanyak කියලා. So always the philosophy is of the marketing is provide customer satisfaction in every aspect of your business activities. So whatever the business activities you do, you have to first consider about what? The customer satisfaction. So that is the philosophy of marketing. We say the philosophy is of marketing is the customer is the king. So you always have to satisfy the customer's need and wants. So this is the philosophy of marketing, right? Okay. So do you have any questions? I think you can understand these things. I'm just going through, right? So then we discussed how this marketing concept was evaluated, right? So it was not just started as it is. So with some other concepts, it was came into the marketing concept at the last. So the first one we discussed was the production concept. So this was the concept which was in the economy or in the society at the first. So what is the basic or what is the main consideration of this production concept? Yes. Was it a producer-oriented one or consumer-oriented one? So it was a producer-oriented one.
Produce
So-
oriented.
Yes. What was the major consideration in the production concept?
Efficiency, product, and mass.
Yes, we did. The producer thought that the producing the product efficiently and make it available in the market is a mass production and mass distribution, right? පුළුවන් තරම් produce කළා ඒක පුළුවන් තරම් market එකේ available කරන එක තමයි හරියන්නේ. එතකොට customer මේක ගණේවි කියන එක තමයි ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ තිබ්බ concept එක, right? ඒගොල්ලෝ බැලුවේ නෑ මේක ඇත්තටම customer ට ඕනද නැද්ද කියලා. What they thought was make the product available, mass production and availability of the product. Okay, so with that, the economy was turned into the product concept. So this was also again a producer-oriented concept. So what was the major consideration, the main highlight of the product concept? Yes. But the main consideration, mainly producers ලා මොකක්ද හිතුවේ?
Quality of the product.
Yes, they thought about the quality of the product, right? So what the producers consider was if the product is in good in quality and if the product contains, we say, the innovative features, the customers would purchase it. එයාලා හිතුවේ product එක හොඳ quality එකෙන් දුන්නොත් හොඳ innovative features දාලා product එක දුන්නොත් customers would purchase that. They never thought that whether the customer is actually need this product, what is the actual need or what is the actual requirement of the customer. එයාලා ඇත්තටම customer ට මොකද්ද ඕනේ කියලා බැලුවේ නැහැ. හැබැයි එයාලා කරේ product එක quality එකෙන් හදලා innovative features හදලා customer ට දීපු එක. Right. So with that, we moved into the selling concept. So this is very easy, and I mentioned you that in some businesses this concept is still using. So this is also a producer-oriented one. So what was the main consideration in the selling concept? Yes. Did they think whether the customer want this or not? No, they didn't. But instead of that, what did they do?
Aggressive selling.
Yes, they did the aggressive selling. That means they did not think whether the customer need these or whether the customer want these. They wanted to sell this however to the customers, right? Customer ට ඇත්තටම ඕනේද නැද්ද කියන එක යාලා බලන්න කියන. හැබැයි යාලට ඕනුනේ මේක කොහොම හරි customer ට sell කරන්න. Right? So with that, then we move to the marketing concept. So it's a consumer-oriented one. Now you know what is the marketing concept is. So it's consumer-oriented means, so it was started with the consumer side. So they may discussed or they searched what actually the customer want. Customer ට ඇත්තටම මොකද්ද ඕනි කියලා බලලා ඒකට match වෙන විදිහට තමයි production එක කරන්නේ. Right? So simply marketing වල වෙන්නේ ඇත්තටම අපි බලනවා customer ට මොකද්ද ඇත්තටම ඕනි කියලා. ඒකට හරියන විදිහට තමයි අපි අපේ product එක හදන්නේ. Right? So this is the marketing concept. Right. So these are the things we discussed, and we discussed some new trends in marketing like societal marketing. So you know already societal marketing is. So societal marketing means we do all the marketing activities in a socially responsible manner. So we always think about the social impact of marketing, right? And then the next trend is relationship marketing. So what is relationship marketing means? So our focus is not just getting the customers, our focus is keep the customers. So in the case of relationship marketing, what we want to do is make a long-term relationship or make a long-term bond with the customers, and all the other people involved in the marketing activities like distributors, suppliers, and all. Right? This is relationship marketing. And internal marketing is, so this is within your organization. So you always keep in mind in an organization, just a one person or a single department cannot achieve this marketing goals. එක organization එකේ එක department එකකින් හරි එක පුද්ගලයෙක්ට විතර මේ marketing කියන goal එක achieve කරන්න බෑ. කියන්නේ customer satisfy කරන එක එක්කෙනෙක්ට විතරක් කරන්න බෑ. So what you have to do is you have to work as a team to provide customer satisfaction. So that is internal marketing, right? So yeah, we discussed the importance of implementing marketing in an organization, right? So these are the things we discussed last week, right? Okay, so then today we are going to have, do you have any questions so far with the things we have discussed, the introductory part? Right. So with that, we are going to discuss about the marketing environment, right? So now you have an idea about what is marketing and how the concept was evaluated. And also you have an idea about the new trends and the importance of marketing, right? So in order to do this marketing, that means in order to do your production to satisfy the customer, customer satisfy කරන්න ඔයාගේ production එක කරද්දී, there are some environmental factors. That means there are factors around your organization and also within your organization that would affect for your marketing activities. ඔයා marketing කරගෙන යද්දී ඔයාගේ organization එක ඇතුලේ there are some factors තියෙනවා ඔයාගේ organization එක ඇතුලේ සහ organization එකෙන් පිට that would affect for your marketing activities. So these factors within and around, within and outside of your organization that affect for your marketing activities, we call them as marketing environment, right? So let's discuss what are these marketing marketing environment and how does they affect to these marketing activities, right? So this is what marketing environment means, right? So marketing environment, we say it's the factors or forces that affect companies' ability to develop and maintain successful relationship with its target customers. The marketing environment is, so the factors and forces, simply the factors and forces that would affect for your marketing activities in the organization. So once you run an organization, once you run a business, so you always have to do the marketing activities. So the marketing activities කරන්න වෙනවා. ඒ කියන්නේ ඔයාට customer satisfy කරන්න ඔයාගේ product එක හදන්න වෙනවා, promotion කරන්න වෙනවා, ඒවයි price set කරන්න වෙනවා. ඔය ඔක්කොම කරද්දී there are factors that would affect for these marketing activities. So these factors and forces we call as marketing environment. Is it clear to you? Do you have the idea what is a marketing environment means? So it's simply the factors and forces affecting for the marketing activities. That's it. Is it clear? Is it clear or do I have to repeat? Okay, it's like this. Then once you do, now think you're going to right? So it's like this. You're going to write an exam, right? So for that, you have to study. Exam में अगली है ना other study करना. Now you're at the home and you're studying for the exam. Does the factors inside your home and outside from the home affecting for your study efficiency? ඔයා ගෙදර දැන් පාඩම් කරගෙන යද්දී ඔයාගේ ගෙදර තියෙන factors නුයි ගේ ඇතුලේ එතන එළියේ තියෙන factors ඔයාගේ studies වලට affect වෙනවද? Yes, now think you are doing your studies and your brothers and sisters are playing very loudly. Can you study? No. So those are the environmental factors affecting for your studies, right? Like that, for marketing also, there are factors affecting for your marketing. So these activities may be within your organization or may be outside from the organization. Clear?
Yes, madam.
Okay. Now let's see what are these marketing environment, right? So mainly this marketing environment we classify into two. That is, we say internal marketing environment and external marketing environment. So I'm going to discuss these things one by one, but by just at a glance, you can get the idea. Internal marketing environment means the factors and forces within your organization, within your business, right? External marketing environment means the factors and the forces outside of your business. And again, this external environment, we did classify into two, that is micro environment and macro environment. Okay, so don't get confused. I will explain you what is this micro and macro environment. Okay, so this is the classification. So let's see one by one. So the internal environment, we say now, with the name you can understand, these are the forces and action inside your organization, or we simply use the term firm. May firm or the organization or the business give the same idea. ඔයාගේ business එක ඇතුලේ එහෙම නැත්නම් ඔයාගේ organization එක ඇතුලේ එහෙම නැත්නම් firm එකක් කියලා කියන්නේ අපි වැඩ කරන factory එකක් වගේ තැනක්, right? Site එකක් වගේ තැනක්. So same, give the same idea. So the forces and action inside your organization affecting for your marketing, right? So what are the forces and actions inside your organization? It's like this. So of course, the staff members, the employees inside the organization affect for the marketing. Do you agree with me? අපිත් කලිනුත් කතා කරානේ ඇත්තටම අපි ටීම් එකක් විදියට වැඩ කරන්න ඕනේ marketing fulfill කරන්න කියලා. So staff members will definitely affect, and the organizational structure. What is the organizational structure?
Chain of
Organization.
command.
Yes, it's the hierarchy of the organization, right? It's the hierarchy. So from starting from from the top management to the lower, it's like this. So this is so this is not the exact one. It depends on the organization, right?
Yes, madam.
Yes.
Corporate culture ගැන චුට්ටක් පැහැදිලි කරනවද?
Oh, හරි. මම මේකෙන් පස්සේ පැහැදිලි කරනවා. Right. So this is the organizational structure. So starting from the top management, how the responsibilities and the roles are moving down, right? And then the corporate culture means now there are, so now you're in a university now. So university has so your university, you have a culture, right? So corporate culture means the practices, regulations you are practicing within your organization. So from one organization to another organization, it can differ, right? Ek organization එකක් ඇතුලේ යන අපි කියන්නේ these are not just the rules but the practices, right? කරන practices අනිත් එකට වඩා වෙනස් වෙන්න පුළුවන්, right? ඔයාලා ගන්න නිකන් කොහමද ඔයගලන් සුපර් මාකට් තුනකට ගිහින් බලන්න ඒ තුනේ යන practices ඒගොල්ලෝ කස්ටමර්ට සලකන විදිහ එයාලා කස්ටමර්ට greet කරන විදිහ තුනකට ගියත් ඒක විදි තුනක්. හරිද? So these are the practices you are practicing within your organization. So these practices would affect for your organizational culture, the marketing activities. Is it clear to you what's the corporate culture means? It's just the practices you are following within your organization. සිංහලෙන් කියන අපේ සංස්කෘතියක් කියලා එක එක ඔර්ගනයිසේෂන් එක ඇතුළේ තියෙන කල්චර් එක වෙනස්. සංස්කෘතිය ඒගොල්ලන් කරන practices, ඒගොල්ලන් පිළිපදින දේවල් සිරිත් විරිත් වෙනස්. So these culture affect for the marketing environment. Is it clear to you?
Yes, madam. Thank you.
Okay. So the other one is the resources. The resources available. Just give me 1 second and I will explain you. Right, okay, sorry. So the other one is the resources available within your organization, right? So these resources in the sense, it may be human resources, it may be financial resources, right? Or it may be the other technologies, machines available in your organization. So these resources will affect for the marketing activities, right? So can you tell me just from at least from one of these factors, how is it affecting for the marketing activities? For an example, how does the staff members within the organization affect for the effective marketing of your organization? Or the organization in marketing activities හොඳට කරගෙන යන්න staff members ලා කොහොමද affect වෙන්නේ?
reputation එක හොඳ නම්
Mhm.
customers ලා you know
Yes.
Expert
So if
ලා
you're, yes, the other one, yes.
expert knowledge එකක් තියෙනවා madam. පක්ක සම්බන්ධ
Yes,
technology
good. Right, both
marketing
are
වල.
correct. Right, so the reputation means now, if your organization reputation is good for the customer service, the staff members are working politely, the staff members are giving good customer service, and if the staff members are greeting for the customers politely, talking to the customers politely, so that reputation will lead for more and more customer attraction, as you say. අපි නිකන් කඩේකට හිතමු කඩයක් මේ ඕනම ඕගනයිසේෂන් එකකට අපි just ඔයාලට හොඳටම එක්ස්පීරියන්ස් තියෙන කඩවල වලට ගිහිල්ලා අපි කඩේකට ගියාට පස්සේ එතන ඉන්න මෙම්බර්ස්ලා අපිට හොඳට ඇසිස්ට් කරනවා නම් අපි අහන දෙයට හරියට උත්තර දීලා අපිට අපි හොයන good එක ප්‍රොඩක්ට් එක හොයාගන්න අපිට සපෝට් කරනවා නම් එතන අපි හොඳ රෙපියුටේෂන් එකක් එළියෙත් හදනවා මේකේ කස්ටමර් සර්විස් එක හොඳයි කියලා. ඒකට තව කස්ටමර්ස්ලා එකට attract වෙන්න පුළුවන්. The other one is also as you mentioned, if there are staff members with good knowledge and expertise in marketing, it would affect for the marketing of the organization. Customers letter, staff members la හොඳ එයාලා කරන role එක ගැන හොඳ knowledge එකක් තියෙන එයාලා ඒකට හොඳට ඉගෙනගෙන ඒක follow කරලා courses කරලා qualifications හදාගෙන ආපු staff members නම් ඉන්නේ, it would ultimately affect for the marketing activities of the organization, right? Is it clear?
Yes, madam.
Okay. So this is the internal environment, right? So internal environment means factors within your organization. Now we are going to discuss about the external environment. So if the internal environment is the factors within the organization, external environment means what? These are the factors outside from the organization. The factors outside from the organization, but still they are affecting for your marketing activities, right? So as the previous classification, so the external environment, there are two external environments. Those are micro environment and the macro environment, right? So what is micro environment and macro environment? So in the sense of micro environment, we say the actors close to the organization that affect its ability to serve its customers. So these are the external factors, but still these factors are close to the organization. So they are close to the organization and it affects its ability to serve customers, means its affect for the marketing activities of the organization, right? It's like this. Now, if the, sorry. If the organization is like this is the organization or the business, right? Or the business. So the internal environment is within this. So external environment means outside from the organization, but still it is close to the organization. So this is the micro environment, right? This is the micro environment. Outside of the organization, but it's still closely affecting for the marketing activities of the organization, right? Just guess and tell me what are the examples for the microenvironment. Now it's outside, not within the organization, right? You're running a business. We say, as usual example, let's say you're doing you're making jam from, you're purchasing fruits from somewhere from the farmers and you're making jam. So jam processing is your business. So now you know the internal environment, your laborers, your staff members, your resources is the internal environment. What would be your micro environment? External environment, but still the micro environment. Just guess and tell me.
farm
Yes, farmer is, yes, they are outside from the organization, but still closely affect for your marketing activities. Farmer හරියට මේ quality එකට ඔයාට fruits ටික වවලා වෙලාවට fruits ටික harvest ටික දුන්නේ නැත්තම් ඔයාගේ business එක ඔයාට marketing මොන marketing වත් කරන්න වෙන්නේ නැහැ. So outside still closely affecting. Anyone else?
Customer.
Yes, your customers, you are doing the product perfectly, but still there are no customers to purchase. So then your marketing is fail at the moment. So the customer, yes. Anyone else?
Competitor.
Sorry? Sorry, I
Competitor.
didn't get I didn't get you.
Competitor. No.
Mango? You are not clear.
සිල්ලර් වෙලෙන්ද සිල්ලර වෙලෙන්ද තොග වෙලෙන්ද
Yes, the retailers or the wholesalers, right? If you are selling the products through the retailers or the wholesalers, ඔයා කෙලින්ම customer ට නෙමෙයි දෙන්නේ. ඔයා දෙන්නේ එක wholesaler කෙනෙක්ට, wholesaler ගෙන් retailer ට එහෙම. එහෙම අයට අපි මොන කවුරු කියලාද commonly කියන්නේ? We say them as middlemen or the intermediaries. අතරමැදියෝ කියලා කියන්නේ. ඔයායි producer, ඔයා producer, ඔයාගේ customer, ඔයායි අතර ඔයාගේ මේ product එක sell කරන්න, move කරන්න මැදි වෙන අනිත් අයට අපි කියනවා middlemen or the intermediaries. So these middlemen or the intermediaries will be in your micro environment, right? So you mentioned most of the examples. Yes, your suppliers, input suppliers, intermediaries, and your competitors. Do you think that the competitors would affect for your marketing activities? And are they in your micro environment? Competitors in your micro environment together. Who are the competitors? We are talking about the competitors later in the today's lecture. Just with your idea, tell me who are the competitors?
තරගකාර
Yes, we say the Tarangakaru, that means the producers who are producing same or similar product to you. එක්කෝ ඒකම එක්කෝ ඒ ළඟින් යන එක. Are called as the competitors. So does competitors affecting for your marketing activities?
Yes, madam.
Closely affecting? Yes. Because why? ඔයාට වඩා හොඳ product එකක් ඔයාට වඩා හොඳ product එකක් අඩු මුදලට competitor දුන්නොත් මොකද වෙන්නේ? ඔයාගේ marketing පොඩක් වැඩේ පොඩක් ඔයා tricky වෙන්න වෙනවා. මොකද customers ලා competitor ට යන්න පුළුවන්. Right? So the competitors, customers and the public, the general public who are purchasing, who are enthusiastic of your product would also be in your micro environment. Right? So these are the factors in the microenvironment of the marketing environment, right? So as staff members, tell me now how these people in the microenvironment affect for your marketing activities. For an example, tell me how the suppliers affecting for the marketing activities of an organization. Suppliers like marketing activities will affect it.
Providing raw materials, components,
Yes,
that
the suppliers are the people who are providing raw materials for you, right? So if the suppliers are not providing good quality raw materials for you, then ultimately your product will be failed in the market, right? So then your marketing will be totally failed. Or product එක හරියට දෙන්න බෑ කියන්නේ එතනින්ම ඔයගේ marketing fail නේ මොකද marketing එකේ core එක තමයි customer ට ඕන විදිහට product එක හදලා දෙන්නේ. එතකොට ඔයාගේ product එක customer ට ඕන විදියට හදලා දෙන්න නම් ඔයාගේ input suppliers ලා ඔයාට හරියට ඕනේ quality එකෙන් ඕන වෙලාවට raw materials දෙන්නේ නැත්නම් you cannot do your marketing at the end of the day, right? So then suppliers, that's how these what you call the micro environment affect for the marketing activities, right? Is it clear to you about the micro environment? Any questions so far? Is it clear to you all? Any questions regarding now we have done about the internal environment and the micro environment. Right. Okay. So if that is the micro environment, is the now you know external environment affecting for the marketing of your organization. So, but they are still very close to your organization. Then what would be the macro environment? Micro environment එක කියන්නේ external environment එකේ වගේ organization එකට close factors නම් macro environment කියනවා ඇත්ත මොනවටද? So this is the macro environment, right? So macro environment, we say the major societal forces, right? Major societal forces. So it's complete consequence. So that's our external environment, but not close to your organization, right? Not the closest factors, but they are the major societal factors. The factors in the large society. මේක කියන්නේ ඔයාගේ organization එකට කිට්ටුවෙන් ඉන්න ඔය suppliers ලා intermediaries ලා ඒ පොඩි පොඩි කීපේ නෙමෙයි. From outside of your organization, think about the larger society. Organization එක එළියේ තියෙන larger society එක major society එක හිතුවහම the factors in that major society, right? So these factors are not only affecting for your organization, it is affecting for your competitors, right? It is affecting all the other elements in your microenvironment, right? So it is affecting for your suppliers, it is affecting for your intermediaries, it is affecting for your customers, it is affecting your public, right? The general whole society, it's affecting for the whole society, not only for your organization, it's affecting to the whole society. So these factors we call as macro environment in marketing environment. Is it clear to you now? What is the macro environment is? It's in the larger society. So external larger society, the major societal factors. It's affecting not only for your organization, but the whole society. ඔයාගේ organization එකට විතර නෙමෙයි මුළු සමාජයටම බලපාන factors, right, are called as the macro environment. Clear to you? Did you get the idea? Just think and tell me one example for a macro environmental factor. මේ macro environment එක කිව්වහම මොන වගේ දේවල්ද affect වෙනවා ඇත්තේ?
global
Political.
market,
Yes, global market, good. What's the other answer?
Political.
Yes, very good. Right, the political factors, right? Now think about what has happened to our political instability in Sri Lanka. We faced back in 2022 period. අපිට 2022 ආපු political instability එක ගැන හිතන්නකෝ. So does it affect only for one particular business? දැන් ඒ කාලේ business එකක් run කරා නම් ඔයා හිතනවා ඒ කාලේ business එකක් run කරා කියලා. So now that in that for political instability, would it affect for your business? Yes. Is it affecting only for your business? Or the business එකට විතරයිද affecting? No, it affected for the whole society, for whole economy, whole country, right? So likewise, these are the major societal factors
Regulation.
affecting. Yes, the rules and
Laws.
regulations, the economic situation of a country, right?
Government policies.
Government policies, very good. Any other things? The socio-cultural factors, right? So all these things are the factors in the macro environment, right? So most of the things you mentioned, political environment, economic environment, social and cultural environment, and the technologies, right? When it comes to the technologies, now it is affecting now these. So this is the era that the AI is playing a huge role in the technological wise. So does it affecting to the businesses? Yes. Is it affecting only for one particular business? No, for the whole society, right? So the technological environment, ecological, that means environmental, ethical environment, legal environment. So all the rules and regulations, all these things are coming under the external environment. Clear? The external environment, specifically the macro environment, the large societal factors. Now, do you agree all these factors would affect for marketing activities of an organization? මොන හරි business එක හරි organization එක හරි marketing activities කරගෙන යන්න. මේවා affect වෙනවද?
Oh, many.
yes,
Yes, right. So I'm just giving you a glimpse, at a glance about this political environment. මේ political environment එකට ඊට පස්සේ economic environment එකට අයිති වෙන දේවල් මම just ඔයාලට point form එකෙන් කියනවා. Right? I'm not going to explain you in detail. It would be boring for you and for me as well. So these are I'm telling you the explain in point form, right? So now I'm giving you the points. You just think how would these points, how would these factors would affect for the marketing activities of a business, right? So if it is asked in the examination how the political factors and economic factors are affecting for the marketing activities, don't just write these points in the examination as it was in these slides. Just explain, just tell me the interaction between these factors and the marketing activities. Okay, right. So the political environment, all the rules, regulations, policies, the political stability of a country would affect for the marketing, right? And when it comes to the economic environment, the income of the people in the country or in a society, inflation. What do you mean by inflation? Inflation කියන්නේ මොකක්ද ළමයි? In
මුදලේ
Sinhala, sorry?
මුදලේ අගේ ඉහළ යාම.
මුදලේ අගය පහළ යාමකට.
උද්ධමනය.
Udani. In Sinhala, we call Udani,
Price
right?
paduwa.
That means it means the decreasing the value of money and decreasing the purchasing power of the people in an economy, right? So for an example, now tell me you have 1,000 rupees in your hand. Back in 2000, we'll say like 2017, 18, the amount of goods you can purchase for 1,000 rupees. And now
බඩුවල
the
මිල ඉහළ
amount of
යනවානේ මට.
uh,
බඩුවල මිල ඉහළ යනවානේ.
බඩුවල මිල ඉහළ යනවා. ඔව්.
මුදලේ අගය
the
අඩු වෙනවා.
මුදලේ අගය අඩු වෙනවා. ඔයාට purchasing power කියන්නේ ඔයාට මිලදී ගැනීමේ හැකියාව එන්න අඩු වෙනවා, right? So my example is you have 1,000 rupees in your hand. So back in 2017, the amount of goods you can purchase for 1,000 rupees and the amount of goods now you can purchase for 1,000 rupees, right? Think about the difference. So කොයි කාලෙද වැඩි භාණ්ඩ ප්‍රමාණයක් මිලදී ගන්න පුළුවන්? In 2018, right? A ප්‍රමාණයම දැන් රුපියල් 1000කට වට ගන්න බෑනේ. So that means ඔයාගේ purchasing power අර මිලදී ගැනීමට තියෙන හැකියාව අඩු වෙනවා. Increasing the prices of the goods and your purchasing power is decreasing and the value of the money is decreasing. ඉස්සර රුපියල් 1000කට තියෙන value එකයි දැන් රුපියල් 1000කට තියෙන value එකයි වෙනස්, right? දැන් value එක අඩු වෙලා තියෙනවා. So that is the inflation. So how does inflation affects for the marketing activities? Especially when you are pricing your products, you have to think about the inflation. ඔයාගේ හදන product එකට මිල තීරණය කරද්දී මේ inflation එක ගැන හිතන්න වෙනවා, right? And then the investment policies, or if you are finding out investors for your business, the policies, the taxes, the interest rates for the loans or the saving accounts or all the saving habits. These are the economic factors or economic environment affecting for your marketing activities. Okay. And moving on to the social cultural environment, right? So most of the countries like us, the South Asian countries, we have to think about the social cultural environment when you're marketing your products, right? So those are the demographic factors. That means the age, gender like things for your target market or target market in a age, gender, versus social cultural factors, right? And the role of the women in the society. Women ලට තියෙන තැන බලන්න ඕන. එතකොට අර gender disparities එන්න බෑ ඔයාගේ marketing activities වල. Social attitudes, right? So it may be attitudes toward credit, attitude towards health, right? ඔයාගේ target market එක ටිකක් health conscious market එකක් නා. health එක ගැන හිතන market එකක් නා. How would be your marketing activities? So your product also should be health conscious. ඔයා දන්න ඔයාගේ target market එක නිකන් health conscious පිරිසක් නම් ඔයාගේ product එක ඔයාගේ marketing approaches මේ ඔක්කොම අර health conscious පැත්තට තමයි තියෙන්නේ. ඔයා promotion වලදී promote කරන්න ඕන ඔයාගේ product එකේ තියෙන health conscious පැත්ත. Right? So likewise, the people attitude in the society would affect for this marketing activities under the social and cultural environment, right? So do you have an idea what I'm telling to you? I'm not explaining each and everything, right? Do you have a brief idea? ඔයාලට අදහස තියෙනව නේද? මොකද්ද social cultural environment එකක් කියන්නේ කියලා? And how it is affecting for marketing. නැද්ද? Can you give me an example how this social cultural things affecting for the marketing of the products? හිතන්න නිකන් ඔයාලගේ your religion, maybe your religion, maybe your nationality, your ethnic group. ඒ වගේ දේවල් එක්ක marketing කොහොමද affect වෙන්නේ? I think I discussed once, we discussed about the agribusiness marketing in agribusiness management also.
Food products can be different
Yes.
between region.
Yes, very good. The food habits, the food products purchased by the people maybe differ from one social group to another social group, one cultural group to another cultural group, right? So think about some meat items, some ethnic groups, some cultural groups, they don't eat certain types of meat, right? Now, if you are doing a business, like think now you are doing a restaurant in a city. So if there are social groups who are living those do not eat particular meat types, so then you have to think about the menu of your restaurant, right? ඔය එක එක පැතිවලට ගියාම එක එක restaurant වල තියෙන menu එක වෙනස් නේද? දැන් ගොඩක් ඔයාලා ජැක්නා වගේ පැත්තකට ගියාම එයාලගේ menu එකේ ගොඩක්ම තියෙන vegetarian items. Because why? Most of the people who are in the Hindu community in Jaffna, they are vegetarian, right? So you never find beef in their menu. ඒ වගේ පැතිවල ඔයාලා beef වගේ දේවල් මේ හොයා ගන්නත් නෑ. So some is ඊට පස්සේ එතනින් එහාට ඔයා පොඩක් නිගම්බෝ ජායල පැත්තට ගියොත් ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ menu වල තියෙන menu වල ගොඩක් meat items වැඩි, right? So that depends on the social cultural groups you are representing, right? So it affects for your marketing environment, right? And the technological environment. So I mentioned you this at the beginning as well, right? So the new technologies coming into the market will be to the society will affect for your marketing environment, right? Especially like virtual shopping, online stores, right? So most of the businesses now promoting the online ordering method, card payment method, like installation methods, credit card වලට installation දෙන ඒවා, ඊට පස්සේ card payments දෙන ඒවා, online order කරන ඒවා, ඒ වගේ දේවල් අලුත් technologies එක ඇවිල්ලානේ තියෙන්නේ. So those things will affect for your marketing. දැන් ඔයා හිතන්නකෝ ඔයා කරන මොකක් හරි business එකක්, we'll say you are doing a clothing business. So all the other your competitors are providing online ordering option, but you are not providing. So would it be a disadvantage for your marketing? ඔයාත් clothing brand එකක් පටන් ගන්නවා, ඔයාට ඉන්න competitors ලාට ඔක්කොලම online order කරන්න option එක දීලා තියෙනවා. ඔයා දීලා නැහැ. ඔයාගේ products ගන්නවා නම් අනිවාර්යෙන් shop එකටම එන්න ඕන. So ඒක ඔයාගේ marketing පැත්තෙන් ඔයාට disadvantage එකක් වෙනවද නැද්ද? Of course it would be. Yes, it would be a disadvantage. The customers are online order කරන්න කැමති, දුර ඉන්න customers ලා, කඩේට යන්න වෙලාවක් නැති customers ලා. ඒගොල්ලන් අනිවාර්යයෙන්ම ඔයාගේ competitors ලාගෙන් order කරන්න බලනවා. ඔයා කොච්චර හොඳ products ඔයාගේ shop එකේ තිබ්බත්. So therefore the technological environment would affect for the marketing activities, right? And the other one is the ecological environment. Ecological environment means the පාරිසරික සාධක කියලා අපි කියන්නේ. The resources, the pollution concern, health related concerns, these things would affect for the marketing activity. So what are the trending ecological concerns now using by the brands for their marketing activities? Then resource pollution and health conscious, environmental conscious, so ඒ වගේ දේවල් දැන් ගොඩක් businesses වල යාළගේ marketing point එකක් වෙලා තියෙනවානේ. මොනවාද ඒ වගේ ඒගොල්ලෝ marketing වලට ගොඩක්ම මේ tally කරගන්න ecological concerns.
Eco-friendly.
Yes, very good. Going for the sustainability and eco-friendly options, right? ඒගොල්ලන් packaging දෙනවා eco-friendly කියලා හරිද? ඊට පස්සේ එයාලගේ products දෙනවා recycle කරලා හදපු products. ඊට පස්සේ යාලා sustainability වලට මේ ඔය waste management product processes එහෙම කළා recycling වගේ දේවල් කරනවා. ඒ වගේම environmental friendly දේවල් වලට sponsor කරනවා. So the sustainability and eco-friendly option is one thing. What is the other one?
Madam, RA වගේ certificate.
Yes, the certifications, getting the certifications which are like green certifications, quality certifications, ඒ වගේ certifications ගන්න එක. And the other one is the health conscious, right? So this is very health එකට හොඳයි කියලා promote කරන එක තමයි අනිත් concerns.
HSCCP.
Sorry?
HSCCP වගේ certificate.
Yes, the certifications, the quality certifications, the sustainability and eco-friendly, and health concerns. These are the main ecological concerns which are used by most of the businesses right now as a marketing trick. Marketing activity එකක් විදිහට ඒගොල්ලන් ගොඩක් ඒවා promote කරනවා. And the other one is the ethical environment, right? So you should be ethical when it comes to producing, promoting, pricing, and placing. මේ හැම දෙයකදීම ඔයාලා ethics කියන දේ concern කරන්න ඕනේ. That is very essential when it comes to marketing. What do you mean by being ethical when it comes to the product, promotions, pricing, placing? What do you mean by being ethical? Let's think about the product. How can you become ethical when it comes to the product?
Socially acceptable product.
Yes, your product, the first thing is very good. First thing is your product should be a socially acceptable product. All society එකේ තියෙන legally and socially acceptable product එකක් වෙන්න. All your promotional activities also should be like that. They should be ethical, right? For an example, now you're making a TV commercial or TV commercial, let's say. So TV commercial is targeting for a broad media. Again, from the children to the adult TV commercial willing approach. So then you should be ethical when it comes to the TV commercials, right? If it is coming to the social media promotions also, social media may be advertisement, maybe a promotional content. So you should be in the ethical framework when it comes to the promotional activities. Pricing and placing also same, right? Up here we are discussing about the pricing strategies and all the placing strategies. So you have to think about this ethical framework when it comes to marketing, right? And legal thing, all the products, your marketing activities should be under the legal rules and regulations of a particular society, right? It may be Consumer Protection Act, Company Act, Intellectual Property Act, whatever the rules and regulations applicable for your product, for your business, your product should be in that legal framework. හදන ප්‍රොඩක්ට් එකට අදාළ වෙන්නේ මොනවා හරි අපි හිතමු කම්පැනි ඇක්ට් එක අදාළ වෙනවා නම් පාරිභෝගික සේවා ඇක්ට් එක අදාළ වෙනවා නම් ඉන්ටෙලෙක්චුවල් ප්‍රොපර්ටි ඇක්ට් එක මෙතන නැති ඕනම ඇක්ට් එකක් වාගේ ප්‍රොඩක්ට් එකට අදාළ වෙනවා නම් ඔයා බිස්නස් එක කරන්න ඕනේ ඒ ලීගල් ෆ්‍රේම්වර්ක් එක ඇතුළේ, right? So this is affecting for your marketing activities. If it is not legalized product, you cannot release it at least to the market. Marketing කරන්න නෙමෙයි, promotion කරන්න ඕවා කරන්න නෙමෙයි, market එකට product එක release කරන්නවත් බෑ. ඔයාගේ product එක ඒ legal framework එක ඇතුලේ තියෙන product එකක් නෙමෙයි, right? So දැන් ඔය ගොඩාක් අර viral වෙලා තියෙන ඔය whitening creams ඒ වගේ දේවල් ඇත්තටම market එකට release කරන්නවත් බැරි අර legal framework එක ඇතුලේ නැති products තියෙනවා. ඒතකොට අපේ legal framework එකේ තියෙන loophole එක තමයි ඔය වගේ products still ඔයාලා දැකලා තියෙනවනේ social media වල promote වෙනවා trending යනවා. එහෙම වෙන්නේ ඇත්තටම අපේ legal framework එකේ තියෙන loophole එකක් නිසා. නැත්තම් ඇත්තටම ඒවා legal framework එක ඇතුලේ තියෙන products නෙමෙයි ඒ marketing කරන්නේ. Right? So you know what I mean. So these are the external environments that would affect for your marketing activities. Is there any questions? Anything to add? Anything to ask? Do I need to repeat anything?
safe workman environment එකත් මැඩි.
Yes, safe work environment is actually coming under the both internal and external, we can say, right? So in case of internal environment, within your organization, you should have the safety within your organization or business or the production firm එක ඇතුලේ safety තියෙනවා. Right? It's an internal environment. It's a part of internal environment mainly. And when it comes to the external environment also, you should be safe in the external market. ඔයා external market එකට ගියාම ඒක අර market එක stabilize වෙන්න safe කියන පැත්තෙන් ගන්න පුළුවන්. But mainly the safety, work safety කියන එක ඇත්තටම එන්නේ internal environment එකට. Safe workplace කියන concept එක එන්නේ internal environment. Right, any questions? Anything to ask? So is it clear to you about what is internal environment, external, micro and macro environment?
yes madam.
Okay, shall we just quickly summarize? So now tell me what is marketing environment means? Yes, marketing environment. Oh my God. I was talking about the marketing environment for the past hour. But the marketing environment කියන්නේ
මාකටිං ඇක්ටිවිටි එකට බලපාන දේවල් මැඩම්.
yes, all the factors and forces
Organization.
affecting for the marketing activities of your organization. So what is the main two types of marketing environment? What's the first classification?
Internal and external.
External environment.
External, there are two types, micro and macro.
Yes. So now what is internal environment means?
අභ්‍යන්තර.
Yes. That means,
Organization is structure.
yes, all the factors
hierarchy,
and forces
staff
inside
members.
your organization, like staff members, the resources you have, the
Yes,
corporate culture, all things, right? External means external altogether,
බාහිර.
the
බාහිර.
factors and forces outside of your organization. So there are two types, micro and macro. What is micro means?
Farmers, customer,
Yes,
retailer.
so this is the
බාහිර
factors
කටබලපෑම.
outside of your organization, but still
Supplier.
closely affecting to the
Competitors.
marketing activities of your organization, right? Like customers, your suppliers,
Supplier,
intermediaries, like the public, competitors, these are the micro environment. So then the macro environment means
විශාල
Global.
වශයෙන් සමාජයට බලපාන global market politicals,
Yes, it's the
policies,
factors in the larger
technology.
society, right? So is it affecting only for your business? No,
Yes.
it's affecting to the whole society, for your business, for
society,
your
large
competitors,
society.
for your suppliers, everything. So it is affecting to the larger society at all, right? So what are the factors? It may be the political factors, economical factors, ethical environment, or the ecological
Information.
environment, legal, everything, all these things are coming under the macro environment,
උද්ධමනය
right? Okay. I have one more part to go. Any questions? Anything to ask? So after these introductory lectures, I will give you some activities in class to make the interaction during the online lectures. නැත්නම් ඔයගොල්ලන් නිකන් අහන් ඉන්නා විතරයිනේ පොඩි activities ටිකක් දාන්නම්. Still we are in the introductory part. No? That's why I didn't include. Okay. So if you don't have more questions, we are going to discuss briefly about who is this customer, consumer, and competitor. මෙන්න මේ තුන් දෙනෙක් ඉන්නවා අපිට ටිකටම marketing වලදී අපිට mainlyම affect වෙන and the main components actually, right? So we are going to discuss about this customer, consumer, and competitor. So for which environment are the customers, consumers, and competitors are coming? මේගොල්ලෝ අයිති වෙන මොන environment එකද? Customer, consumer, and competitor. Just take one word, customer and competitor.
external,
Which,
outside,
yes, external, micro or
wide,
macro. It's coming under the
Micro.
micro environment, right?
micro.
Yes. So now tell me, just is customer and consumer are the same? I mean, it's a similar term or two different terms? Customer and consumer කියන්නේ similar terms දෙකක්ද? සමාන පද දෙකක්ද? නැත්නම් there is two different terms? What do you think?
Sometimes similar and sometimes two different.
Yes. So sometimes the customer and consumer can become same, but sometimes the customer and consumer can become two different people. But when it comes to the idea about this definition of customer and consumer, there are two definitions, right? In the sense, in the idea of the term customer and consumer is two different, right? So who is a customer and who is a consumer? How the customer කෙනෙක් කියන්නේ, how the consumer කෙනෙක්.
Customer is who bought the goods.
Then consumer is? Then consumer is who? Yes, you are right. Customer is the person who buy the product or purchase the product. Then consumer is? So we say consumer is the one who actually consume the product or use the product, right? So the customer is the person who purchase the product or buy the product. He's the one who go to the shop or go to the organization or wherever and purchase the product, right? So he is the one who make the purchasing decision. But consumer is the person who will be ultimately consuming or using the product, right? So that's what there are two different ideas here. But as you mentioned, sometimes there are times the customer and consumer become the same person. එකම එක්කෙනා තමයි customer වෙන්නෙත් consumer වෙන්නේ. There are times that one person is the customer and another person is the consumer. එතකොට customer කියන්නේ කෙනෙක්, consumer කියන්නේ කෙනෙක් සමහර වෙලාවට customer and consumer කියන්නේ same person, right? So tell me an example now. Customer and consumer become the same. Customer ඔයාමයි, consumer ඔයාමයි. With your day-to-day activities. Aren't there any times you become the customer and the consumer at the same time? Now think about this. Now you feel hungry. You go to a bakery and purchase a bun and eat the bun. So you are the person who purchased the product. You are the person who made the purchasing decision. You go to the bakery and see all the products available and you decide to eat a bun. So you pay it and purchase the bun. So you are a customer. And finally, who use it? Who consume it? You are the person who eat it, right? You are the person who consume it. So the customer is also you, the consumer is also you. Clear? So tell me a time that customer and consumer become different, two different people. No idea. You also sometimes become a customer for another consumer. ඔයාලත් වෙන කෙනෙක්ට consume කරන්න සමහර වෙලාවට කඩේට ගිහිල්ලා customer වෙලා එනවා. ඒකමනේ අපි කඩේ යවනවා කියන එක කියන්නේ නේද? So tell me. So now think if you are a mom, now as there are part-time students. So if you are a mother or a father, you go to the shop and purchase maybe food or other necessities for your children. So you are the person who actually purchase, you are the one who pay money, you are the one who decide the things to buy, but who will ultimately use it? Maybe your children, right? So then the customer and consumer become two different people, right? So the basic idea is customer is the person who purchased the product, make the purchasing decision, and the consumer is the one who will use the product, right? So now when it comes to these consumers, mainly there are two types of consumers, right? So we call them as personal consumers and organizational consumers, right? So this will be, you will understand this. This is like a B2C business, B2B business. In the consumer side, there are two different types of consumers, personal consumers and organizational consumers, right? So the personal consumers are the consumers who buy goods and services for his own use or for the use of his household or as a gift for a friend. You go to a shop and you purchase something to use by you or to use by your people in your house, right? For your household purposes. Or you purchase something for a gift for gifting for a friend or for a relation or whoever. Then you become a personal consumer. Because why? The product is purchased for a personal use. කවුරු හරි person කෙනෙක්ගේ use එකට තමයි මේ product එක purchase කරන්නේ. එක්ක ඔයා වෙන්න පුළුවන්, ආගේ ගෙදර වෙන කෙනෙක් වෙන්න පුළුවන්, ආගේ ගෙදර පාවිච්චියට ගන්න දෙයක් වෙන්න පුළුවන්, එක්ක ඔයා යාළුවෙක්ට දෙන tag එකක් වෙන්න පුළුවන්. හැබැයි අන්තිමේදී කවුද මේක consume කරන්නේ? A person. So we call it as personal consumer, right? So the other one is the organizational consumer. So that means the ultimate consumer is not a person. The ultimate consumer is an organization, right? So sometimes for the organizations, we purchase the products, the equipment in order to run the organization, right? So then the consumer is who? The organizational consumer, right? Tell me an example for an organizational consumer. Now, even though you are not going to the you are in online lectures these days, you go to NIPM for the physical lectures. So now you have the projectors in the lecture hall, you have the desks and you have the chairs in the lecture hall, right? So these things are purchased by somewhere else. Who purchased these things? දැන් ඔයාලගේ මේ lecture hall වල තියෙන desk පුටු කොහෙන් හරි purchase කරලා තියෙනවා. කවුද ඒවා purchase කරලා තියෙන්නේ? ඕගොල්ලෝ අරගෙන ගෙදර ඉඳන් අරන් ගියාද? No, those, yes, those are purchased through by the NIPM. So who is the customer? Who is the consumer? Is the NIPM, right? So finally, these desks, these projectors, everything is purchased for what? මේවා ගන්නෙ මොකටද? Not for the personal consumption of the people in the NIPM. NIPM එක වැඩ කරන අයගේ personal consumption එකට නෙමෙයි. These are purchased to run the organization. ඒ organization එක පවත්වාගෙන යන්න තමයි මේවා අරගන්නේ. So at that time, the consumer is an organization, not an individual person. So these are purchased not for the personal consumption, but for what? Personal consumption එකට නෙමෙයි. මොකටද ගන්නෙ? To run the organization. So at that time, we say the consumer is an organizational consumer. Is it clear to you the difference between a personal consumer and an organizational consumer? Is it clear to you the difference?
Yes, madam.
Okay, right. Then we are going to discuss about the competitors and the importance of analyzing the competitors, right? So who is a competitor now? Tell me. We discussed at earlier as well.
Rivaling companies,
Sorry.
rivaling organization,
Yes, the organizations, simply we say, the organizations or the businesses which produce the same or similar products for your product. ඔයා හදන product එකට ඒකම හෝ ඊට සමාන ඒක ළඟින් යන products හදන අයට අපි කියනවා your competitors, right? So tell me some examples for the famous competitors. Market එකේ ඉන්න famous competitors ලා කියන්න බලන්න. They are making the same product or the similar product. If I tell you the name, you will,
Munch,
yes, good.
Malibus,
Munchie and Malibu.
Nestle.
Nestle and, yes, Unilever. Then, who else? If I say the product of name of a product, you will tell the consumer. If it is Maggie, Maggie noodles, Kottumi. If it is Pizza Hut,
Domino's,
Domino's, right? So likewise, the organizations or businesses who are making, right, a business, maybe person, organization who produce the similar good or service to a particular business, we call them as a competitor, right? So now, do you think that analyzing or identifying the competitors, is it important for the marketing of your business or not? Or competitors ලව අඳුර ගන්න එක, ඒගොල්ලන්ව පොඩ්ඩක් analyze කරලා බලන එක, is it important for your business or not? It's very important in order to, in order to retain in the market, you should have an idea about your competitors, what are the tricks they are using, what are the marketing activities they are using. That is very important. So for this, we call as competitor analysis, right? So this is we call competitor analysis, or we call it as competitive analysis also, or else we call competition analysis. Meta මොනවා කිව්වත් එකයි. Competitor analysis, competitive analysis, or competition analysis, right? Is the process of examining similar brands in your industry. So that is the competitor analysis. Competitor analysis is the process of analyzing or examining similar brands in your industry. ඔයාට ඉන්න සමාන brands, ඔයාට ඉන්න සමාන products identify කරන එක, examine කරන එක, එයාලගේ marketing tricks, එයාලගේ sales, their offerings, their brands, how they design the logo. So examining these things we call as competitor analysis. Simply, you're analyzing or you're examining how your competitors do their marketing activities, how do they do their sales, how do they design the brands, the packaging, the logo, whatever. This is the competitor analysis. So why does this competitor analysis is important for your organization? Now think you are doing the jam business, right? So you do the competitor analysis. You identify what are the products made by your competitors, මොන flavors දෙයාලා හදන්නේ, jam වල මොනවද ඒගොල්ලෝ අරන් තියෙන certification, කොහොමද ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ prices යන්නේ, කොහොමද ඒගොල්ලෝ bottles design කරලා තියෙන්නේ, labels හදලා තියෙන්නේ. So you do all these things. This is competitor analysis. So why is it important for your business? ඇයි ඒක ඔයාගේ business එකට වැදගත්?
To stay ahead of them.
Yes, you can do your branding or your marketing ahead of them. එයාලට වඩා පොඩ්ඩක් you can go one step forward than them. එයාලට වඩා පොඩ්ඩක් හොඳට තව මොනවා හරි කරන්න පුළුවන්. එයාලට වඩා තව පොඩ්ඩක් හොඳට ඔයාලට marketing කරන්න පුළුවන්. Competitor analyze කරා. Whatever, what else? Yes.
To attract more customer base.
What? To attract, yes, you can attract more customers than to your competitors by doing the competitor analysis, right? Okay. So anything else? Right, you can design your marketing activities rather more better than your competitors, and you can attract customers by doing this competitor analysis. Anything else? Yeah. So the first one, as you mentioned, you can understand the industries and you can exceed them. Yeah, right. You can meet your marketing activities, you can exceed them. And you can discover untapped niche markets. What do you mean by this untapped or niche markets? That means, yes.
Selected group of customer base.
Yes, very good. So you can identify the niche market means we say the small segment of the market. Market එකේ පොඩි පිරිසක් which have specific needs, right? So once you analyze your competitors, you can find out who are the types of customers or who are the types of markets which your customer has not uh, not covered yet. ඔයාගේ customers ලා cover කරේ නැති, sorry, your competitors ලා cover කරේ නැති market segments ඔයාට identify කරගන්න පුළුවන්. Right? So like for an example, now can you remember, now Manchi introduced this Kome biscuit you made from the rice flour, right? So this is like, so most of the people do not like to eat biscuit because it is made of the wheat flour. Because wheat flour is having some unhealthy, unhealthy things like affecting for diabetes and all. So then Manchi discovered that this niche market where the people who do not like biscuit from wheat flour. Then they introduced this biscuit made from the rice flour, right? So they discovered an untapped market or untapped set of customers and introduced the product. ඔයාට හොයාගන්න පුළුවන් මෙච්චර කාලයකට අර ප්‍රොඩක්ට් එකක් දාලා නැති කස්ටමර් මාකට් සෙග්මන්ට්ස් කස්ටමර්ස්ලා සෙට් එකක්, right? And that is one thing. Is it clear to you? And also by doing the competitor analysis, you can differentiate your products and services from the competitors. Differentiate means you can make your product extraordinary. You can change your product, right? If they are giving a bottle jam with a round shape, you can come up with a bottle with another shape, right? You're differentiating your product than your your competitors to attract the customers, right? And also by doing the competitor analysis, you can fulfill your customers' needs better than your competitors. Competitors customer needs fulfill කරනට වඩා හොඳට ඔයාට ඔයාගේ product එක, your all the marketing activities you can design to fulfill the customer's desire or the need or the want. Clear to you? Clear the benefits? Is it clear? Do you have any questions? And here you can distinguish your brand. You can make your brand differ from the others. Or other brand එකට තැනක් හදන්න පුළුවන් competitors ලට වඩා හොඳට, right? And standing out in your marketing, you can change your marketing approaches that is standing out in your marketing. You can measure the growth, right? So these are the measuring your growth with the competitor analysis. Competitor එක්ක ඔයාට compare කරන්න පුළුවන් ඔයාගේ business එක කොයි තත්ත්වෙද තියෙන්නේ කියලා. So these are the benefits of competitor analysis of in marketing. Clear? Right? Is these things clear to you?
Yes, madam.
Right. Then we are going to discuss, I think we discussed this previously as well. This is competitive advantage. Right? What do you mean by competitive advantage? Competitive advantage means in your business, right? In your business or in your product or in your organization, you are making something different rather than your customer, your competitors in order to attract the customers. You're making something extraordinary. It may be in your marketing approach, it may be your placing, it may be your pricing, it may be your product, right? You're making something different than your competitors. For what are you making that? To attract more customers and get the advantage over your competitors. ඔයාගේ product එකේ මොනවා හරි marketing වෙන්න පුළුවන්. ඒ කියන්නේ marketing ගත්තව pricing, promotion or placing, whatever, you are making something extraordinary than your competitors. With that, you can attract more customers to you rather than your competitors. ඔයාගේ competitors ලට යන customers ලටත් වඩා customers ලටිකත් ඔයාට ඇදලා අරගන්න පුළුවන්. That is what you are getting the competitive advantage by making that extraordinary difference. Clear to you? Is it clear to you what is competitive advantage? So you're making something extraordinary for your product. For what? To attract customers rather than your competitors. ඔයාගේ competitors ලට වඩා ඔයාට customers ලා attract කරගන්න ඔයා මොනවා හරි change එකක් මොනවා හරි අලුත් දෙයක් ඔයාගේ product එකට ඔයාගේ business එකට කරනවා. That is the competitive advantage. Clear? Do you have the idea? Clear ද නැත්නම්
Yes,
කියන්න ඕනේද? Okay. Now give me an examples for some brands. They have done something to get the competitive advantage. For other brands and පුළුවන් organizations and පුළුවන් competitive advantage එක ගන්න මොනවද කරලා තියෙන්නේ ඒක.
colorful packaging.
Yes, they are making colorful packaging, yes, rather than the competitors, right? Any example?
Noodles packet, kothumi noodles packet are coming in different colors now.
Rather than the Maggi noodles packets. Good. Very good. Any other examples?
Providing toys in the product.
As gifts.
Gifts, yes.
Yes, in some TPT, sorry, it's not the TPT, some snacks they are providing some toys as gifts, which your competitors are not giving. Good.
Card collections for
Card collection.
gaming, for win a prize sometimes.
These are kind of promotional activities, games, those are something competitive advantage. That means your brand is doing something which your competitors are not doing.
Creative packaging.
Sorry. Yeah, packaging is right, like you mentioned in the Kothumi coming with colorful packages rather than Maggi noodles. Now think about very urban town, very congested town. Congested towns වල හරිද ගොඩක් traffic එක වැඩි ඔය වැඩි parking එහෙම නැති town එකක do you prefer to go for a keels or do you prefer to go for a car keels? At a glance. So it is most of the time, Keels is the supermarket which providing ample of parking space for the customers. So therefore, they get the competitive advantage by providing parking, right? So think about the Cargill's outlets opened at the beginning. ඉස්සරම පටන් ගත්ත Cargill's වල ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ ලොකු parking space එකක් තිබ්බේ නැහැ. තවමත් ඕගොල්ලන් අර මේ ගෙදර යන ගමන් බෝඩ් එක ගහපු Cargill's ටික බැලුවොතින් ටවුන් වල තියෙන පරණ Cargill's ටික බැලුවොතින් ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ වැඩි පාකින් නැහැ. හැබැයි ඕනම Keels එකක හොඳ පාකින් එකක් තියෙනවා. So Cargill's identified that the Keels is getting this competitive advantage. Cargill's වලට තේරුණා මේ පාකින් තියෙන නිසා ටවුන් වල Keels වලට තමයි වැඩිපුර සෙනග යන්නේ කියලා. ඒ නිසා තමයි දැන් අලුතෙන් හදන Cargill's වල ඒ කියන්නේ අර මේ මන්ට ඔයගලන්ට මං ලබනසද ඔයගලන්ට පික්චර්ස් දෙකක් ෂෙයා කරන්න. අර අලුතෙන්ම හදන Cargill's අර ලොකු රතු පාට ලෝගෝ එක දාලා හදන Cargill's තියෙන්නේ. ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ දැන් පාකින් තියනවනේ ගොඩක් අලුතෙන් හදන Cargill's. ඒගොල්ලන් අයිඩෙන්ටිෆයි කරා Keels ලා competitive advantage එක ගන්නවා හැම Keels එකකම පාකින් එකක් තියනවා හොඳ. ඒ පාකින් දීලා යාළ advantage එක ගන්නවා කියලා. ඒක අයිඩෙන්ටිෆයි කරගපු නිසා තමයි ඔය Cargill's එකත් දැන් අලුතෙන් හදන Cargill's වලට හොඳ parking space එකක් දීලා හදන්නේ. නැත්නම් ඉස්සෙල්ලම Cargill's Keels compare කරන්න ගත්තොත් අර competitive advantage එක Keels ලා අරගත්තේ parking දීලා. ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ ඇත්තටම මේක marketing trick එකක් විතරයි. Right? Do you agree with me? Do you have the experience? Likewise, any other example for you? මේ වගේ සමහර services තියෙනවා සමහර products තියෙනවා they are getting the competitive advantage, right? Giving something, some extraordinary features, extraordinary services, right? So that is what competitive advantage is. Clear to you? Right? So we say, if you do the competitive analysis properly, you can place your product, place your business, place your product in the market as a market leader or a market challenger or a market follower or market niche. I'm not going to discuss this at this moment because once we discuss about the market surveys and all, and at that part, we are going to discuss this, right? So if it is, I feel like this is too early for the module to discuss who is a market leader, who is a market follower or market challenger, right? So keep in mind so you can become either market leader, market follower by doing the correct competitor analysis. Competitor එක්ක ඔයාගේ product එක කොතනද market එකේ place කරන එක මත තමයි we decide whether you are a market leader or a market follower. Competitor වඩා උඩින් product එක place කරගත්තොත් we call it as a market leader. If it is not, you become a market follower. Likewise, right? So the in detail things we will discuss during the module, not now, right? So now today we discussed about the marketing environment, and in the later part we discussed about who is the difference between the customer and the consumer, and the types of customers like personal, so types of consumers like personal consumers and organizational consumers. Then we discussed about the competitors, the importance of analyzing the competitors and the competitive advantage. Is everything clear to you? Is everything clear to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, any questions for the others? Any questions, anything to ask? No? So if there are no any questions, I will wind up today's lectures from this. So I don't want to load more and more to your minds. And also this is online lectures now. So with minimum interaction, it's not possible to load more and more. So we discussed two parts today. So marketing environment and the analyzing the customers and competitors. I will share the PDFs with the course coordinators. Rather than that, now you will understand I don't have much content in my slides. So competitive advantage we discussed, I didn't include anything, right? So keep your notes as well, right, during the lectures. So you have to listen the lectures, you have to interact, you have to keep your notes. Otherwise, it will be difficult for you to during the exam. Okay. Right, okay then. So now if there are no more questions, I will wind up the meeting. Thank you very much for joining and good night.
Thank you.
madam. Good night, madam.
Thank you, ma'am.
Good night, miss.